Editing Raine here, I realized that you can hear buzzing sounds in the background of the audio I recorded, so be warned. By the time of release, it's either gonna be late June or early July. So I think most people are suffering through the summer heat. I live in Central Europe, so it's fairly manageable here. But do you guys know where the heat is not manageable? China. First off, hi, I'm Raine. Welcome back. Also, here's the setup I teased in the last video. Now, we are gonna start from the beginning. I have family in the province of Hubei, and when I was 14, my family decided that we should visit. Now, we couldn't travel the last few years before the summer, so it was something new for all of us. We haven't been to that city where my family's from for at least 3 years now, and the only thing I can remember is that it's freaking hot in the summer there. So we got off the train and I was struck by a horrid heat wave. Yeah, so it was nice outside. Thank God my grandparents' house had AC. So because of the fact that my dad and I couldn't handle the weather, we either stayed at home or in a freezing cold mall. Because my little brother wanted to go to the arcade every day, the mall problem just kind of got worse because we had to join in every day, and it was like 20 degrees in the mall and like 40 degrees outside, so the temperature difference was pretty bad. I luckily had a week break from the constant mall visits because I went to a summer camp, and that's the moment shit went downhill. I got sick. With sick, I mean I got a cold, which, I mean, normally is okay. The problem is like the Chinese medicine was not okay. It kind of didn't help. It was bitter, and I ran out of it midway through the summer camp, and when I got back, I was wearing a mask. For context, we were traveling by train, and in Asia, like, I'm not sure about other regions, but like at least in East Asia, if you're sick and you're traveling, you always wear a mask. And then I got even more sick. I took medicine every day, but seemingly it just never got better, and because China is culturally quite different from Europe, my mom dragged me to the hospital like every third day, and I got more meds, and you know what? It didn't help. At the time, I was starting to begin to learn how to sing, so I was practicing in my room, and I just kind of realized that my voice got worse and worse by the day. So one day, it was 8 p.m, it got quite bad again. So I went to the hospital again. I was dragged in front of the emergency unit, and my mom argued with another doctor to let me inhale some meds due to the fact that they suggested my old asthma symptoms came up again. I actually to this day don't know if I ever really had asthma. In China, the doctor said I had it, but in Europe, it just kind of went away. I don't know, but going off my current health status, I probably never had asthma. Or the reason why the doctors probably like thought I had it in China was probably because of smog, because I lived in Shanghai for a good while. So, back to the story. Because there weren't any facilities in the hospital that allowed me to inhale the medicine, like there wasn't like a designated room, I got shoved into the ER. I sat there with an inhaler in my hand, on a chair, seeing people going through the worst days in front of me. Also, I was 13 back then, but because of the fact that I am pretty tall for that region of China and I dyed my hair for the first time 4 weeks ago, I apparently, according to some folks in the summer camp and also some other people, looked like an 18-year-old. So some people thought it was kind of weird that an adult was sitting there. After that, my health kind of got better. At the same time, though, my dad got really sick and he stayed in hospital for a week. So I think it kind of runs the family that me and my dad can't handle summer. I actually, to this day, don't really know why I got sick in that period of 6 weeks. You heard it correctly. I was sick for 6 whole weeks. The week after that, I got healthier, but my voice was still dead for at least 1 month. There was a problem though. I had a vocal audition, and I f***ed one up. My vocals were hard back then, and I was sick, so it kind of made sense that I didn't get a role. I kind of suspected that I got sick because of the temperature differences in the AC cooled areas and the 40-degree outside temperature. But it probably also had to do with the fact that I didn't sleep enough. So what I learned is I should never ever go to Asia during summer or any period that's really hot, because I just know that I will perish due to the heat and the AC. Or food poisoning, because I recently traveled to China with one of my friends and I got food poisoning. So yeah, the lesson we learned today is if you go to any country that is really hot, please take care of yourself. Wear your sunscreen, take a fan with you, wear your hat, wear weather appropriate clothing, and if possible, stay in a cooled area. And as always, stay healthy, stay strong, know that someone's always there for you, and also because it's summer, please stay hydrated. Bye, Raine.